Hello, it is me, host Grant, editor-in-chief, videogame.town. And with me today, off camera, is Jared Rousseau. How you doing, Jared?
I'm doing all right. Grant, why did you decide to play this game?
So I like Assassin's Creed. I would say on the whole, it's been like 20 years. It is like quickly approaching 20 years. Let's sit down here. I like Assassin's Creed in general, but I have been pretty far off on Assassin's Creed recently. In recent years, I didn't play Mirage at all. Did you play Mirage?
I have played every Assassin's Creed except for that PSP Rogue one that they ported.
Didn't they also put out some like DS games?
Yeah, okay. Correction. I played every major mainline Assassin's Creed minus the like 2D Russia, China spin-offs and whatever handheld mobile.
So I've played most of them. But I've fallen off pretty hard. I really, really loved Odyssey. I loved Odyssey so much. It was my game of the year it came out. And then I played Valhalla and was like, this is okay. I fell off before I finished it. And then I was what they were doing with Mirage, and they're trying to like make a forever game that has different campaigns in it, and I was just like, okay, I'm out. And I had fallen off before. I had fallen off when they did the kind of like the post Assassin's Creed 4 stuff, when they had done Unity, and Unity was a fucking catastrophe. Like, I know that there are a bunch of defenders of like the tech was cool and like they were doing stuff, but like the way it launched was a total fucking shit show. It was a mess, and I dabbled very briefly with Syndicate, but I didn't really play much of it. And then I kind of got back when they kind of rebooted the series as like an action RPG type dealy. So I liked Origins, and I loved Odyssey. But I finally got into. I was like, okay, Shadows. I'm not loving it, but I'm not loving what I'm seeing. It seems okay.
I'm fine.
What I did was I said,
last night.
listen, the library. When if you've got a copy of this game, put me in line for it. I did that in like, I want to say May. And then I think it wasn't like, oh, there was a big line. I think that they literally just didn't have the copy yet. Like, they had not purchased the copy yet. And so eventually they purchased the copy, and I was like a couple down the line. And then it was like, hey, your copy of Assassin's Creed Shadows at the library is available.
Victory of our battle.
And so I picked it up, and I played probably about 3 hours or so. And I feel good about not buying this game. I'm glad that I got at the library. I do think that this is like a great example of how you should use your library. Almost certainly, unless you live in a very, very rural place,
Is it the
almost certainly your library has access to things more than books. They likely have ebooks, they likely have videos, they have like DVDs and Blu-rays, and even sometimes they have 4K. They probably have comics. They probably have newspapers. They have lots of stuff. Especially if you live in a densely populated part of the country or the world. I assume many countries have similar library systems, although I'm sure not all. But I love the library.
Yes.
I'm a regular patron.
I will teach you Kujikiri to let
the
go of
Delaware
your
library
guilt
system.
and the
And
regret.
I didn't pay any
A
additional
warrior
money to
has
play
no
this. It's
use
just
for
my
these things.
built-in library tax for when I pay my
I know it was not the
when I
cold
pay
bothering
my
you last night.
I didn't
property
want
taxes.
you to think I was weak.
Like
Weakness is
$7 a
unease
year
with
goes
the
to the
truth.
library.
Be honest with me.
So I think
and with
I'm
yourself.
getting my money's worth.
Now, tell me.
So
about
let me
your
respond
nightmare.
to a number of things that you brought up.
Yeah.
It's hard to remember.
First is,
I was alone,
libraries seem
and
like
then
slow
blood.
GameFly, but better.
A
Oh,
red
but
moon.
way better.
Did
Yeah.
you see the
I
faces
remember
of
renting
the
a lot
men
of
you killed
movies
as they
as a
drew their
kid
last
from
breath?
the library. Got to see Ghostbusters.
Yep. Oh yeah, it's
Alright,
great.
lift your
Like
head
I watch so
Fujibayashi
many
Naoe.
movies. Like
We have
in,
ways
in
to
fairness,
banish
a lot of
such
things are just like
darkness.
they just have DVD
We
copies. They don't have Blu-ray
deeply
copies. But it's like if it's
under
not a
the
movie that
present
I'm like, oh
moment.
man, I really love this movie, I don't fucking fine. If it's something that I like, I really care about the fidelity, then like, yeah, I'll buy a Blu-ray. Like if it's something that I care about deeply, then yes, I will buy a Blu-ray or 4K or whatever. But if it's just a game, or I'm sorry, if it's just a movie or
Now,
whatever that I just
Begin.
kind of
Take
want to
your
see,
breath
then yeah, I'm fine with a
naturally
DVD.
and relaxed.
The second thing, this game is perfectly cromulent. It is
Empty your mind.
fine.
Now,
I
good.
paid money for it. I kind of regretted it because I basically fell off after 3-4 hours. This is probably the least interesting thing to talk about during this stream is Assassin's Creed Shadows because it's just like I've seen this before.
Hey,
I'm not sure this is doing anything new.
have you heard of Assassin's Creed?
Ushi.
I'm doing this rhythm game that I don't love, but I hit the sit down button and it started me in this rhythm game. So here we are. It worries me because I mostly liked Ghost of Tsushima, which is set a couple hundred years before this, and then Ghost of Yotai is set to come out later this year. But it is set like pretty close, like a couple decades after this, if I'm remembering correctly. And now I'm
Got
like,
guns.
yeah, there are guns in here, not a ton, but they exist in the. And so now I'm like, I don't know.
Ushi.
Do I want to play? Having played like 3 hours of Assassin's Creed
How do you
Shadows, I am
feel?
now like, maybe I
Calmly.
don't want to play Ghost of Yotai.
Lighter.
That happens when you
I
empty
see.
your
I'm kind of the
head
opposite.
the
Where
past.
like Ghost of
see the
Tsushima
world
was also
for
like
what it is
it was
now.
good.
Pretty good.
I liked it.
Your
But, like
mind
it was
is
just very
refocused
repetitive and very samey
and
after a
next
while with a
being
lot of filler.
redirected.
It's gorgeous. I'm like I'll play it, but you know me. I'm a
have also agreed
perverse
to help you.
pervert. I'm a
Find
freak
them
for Souls-like.
learn from
And there was a new one that came out
Stuart.
this week that I'm like, oh, I gotta play this and
Thank
write
you
about
for
it for the
believing in
website. That's Wu Chang, where it's like that's like
I always have.
it's more Neo. It's more like
Only
yeah, it's in the
now
same era as
can
these
I
games,
show
but
you
like the
how
complete
much.
opposite, where it's like magical nonsense and like monsters and aliens, and it's Souls-like combat. Whereas like this in Ghost of Tsushima, it's like stealth, history, story, which is fine. But there's definitely two camps of like these upcoming ninja games. It's the Ninja Gaidens of the world and the Neo 3s of the world, and then the Ghost of Yotes of the world. Those are two sort of distinct camps in my mind.
Yeah, I mean, I think that I am a little burned out on open world games right now. I also think that like a huge problem with this game is that the character, like the main, so Noe, looks like we have somebody in here. Luna Chris is in the chat. Hello.
Hello.
Luna Chris. We're playing Assassin's Creed Shadows. One of the things that, so Naue is the character we're playing here. She's just kind of a lady who exists in the world, who just does stuff and like whatever, has like revenge, and you know, there's kind of like imperial shit happening. I just don't find her all that compelling. Like there just isn't that much going on, at least so far. Like probably, you know, like listen, this is an 80-hour game. I'm sure that there is to find, but certainly the intro is less interesting. I think Yasuke, he is a black man, trying to remember where. He's from Africa. He's brought by Portuguese monks or clergymen. They bring him kind of as a sword bearer, a slave, to Japan, and then Nobunaga says like, "Hey, I want you to let me keep him here." And then he becomes like a samurai. I think that is a much more interesting thing. I've barely played as him. I think that's a much meatier
busy
pitch
hunting
for a
myself.
character
Yes.
than, you know,
I
lady
know
who
what
wants
you have overcome these past
revenge or
weeks.
whatever.
Right.
Which is,
Your
Revenge.
first
yeah,
battle.
like it's fine.
How brave you must have been to survive it.
I wasn't sure I would. But
See, for
Momo-san
me,
that you said I
the
fought well.
having an
As I
open
knew
world is
you
like I
would
want
too.
locomotion. I
Have
want like
pride in yourself.
to move around
you.
or to get
Now we
around
push
or for there to
past
be things to
survival.
do and see.
With
And a
my
lot of
family scroll
my experience
written
was just
in
like
my
getting on a horse and
ancestors'
like
hand.
going up like very
All
specific trails
shinobi
through
families
mountainous
have
terrain
secrets, you know?
and to show up to like a small little
The
like
scroll's lessons will
okay,
be
there's like
very
a,
useful to you,
a big fence or
but
wall and
more
then like the
useful
buildings
when you
inside
retrieve
and
it.
I
I
stab the
gave it away
people
for
and I'm like
safekeeping.
I
My
can't do
floorboards
this
are
anymore.
already
You know, it's
full
just
of
like
other
you got
secrets.
to give me
I'll find it.
something or like
Where?
at
With the
least
priest
with the
at the
Souls
shrine.
like it's like I am
Go,
constantly
learn
not
from
on
those
edge,
who came
but I
before
am
us.
like
You're edging.
It's been a harsh winter.
oh
Tougher than
god.
any I can remember.
It's like
Guess I need
I'm having
toughening
to
up
like
too.
you know fight a person in like it's like really more of like a okay this thing could actually kill me so I got to pay attention. But at the same time I can also like zen out and like get into a groove once things start clicking. Whereas with these types of games, it's like I want to like zen out, but it's just like I got to remember like the buttons and like the things to do, or it just becomes like really repetitive. It's like oh, I found the one broken thing. Okay, like I'm just gonna rinse and repeat, and oh, I got spotted. Like who cares? I don't know. It's not a great stealth game. It's not a great open world game. It's not a great anything. It's just like an amalgamation of like perfectly fine genres
Yeah, I
mashed
think
up.
that it's probably fine. Ludacris has a question. It says, "Are you playing? Are you enjoying playing this? I
I
heard
wonder
about it,
what
but
I'll
I
learn
never,
from the
never played it
ancestors'
myself.
scrolls.
Only played Origins. I think Origins
wanna be
is a
good.
much better
A
game.
real shinobi.
Oh yeah.
And I think Odyssey. If you like Origins, then I think you're going to also
That's
really
right.
like Odyssey.
Auntie
It has a
Matsu's
lot
scroll
of
will
like
be
that
close.
really great where like this is them figuring out like, hey, can we do Witcher 3 type stuff? And I just think that they got really obsessed with blowing it out, making more and more and more and more and more bigger and bigger and bigger
This is
things.
hostile.
And
Best to go
I think it has
unnoticed.
gotten like I think that there is an overemphasis on people whining about
I should be cautious.
and there's overemphasis on like things on the map. I think lots of people like to whine, especially in like the games press, like to whine about like Ubisoft placing like stuff on the map. I don't think that's what the problem is. I think that the stuff that they have on offer is not super compelling. Like if the problem isn't that there are icons, which I feel like it often gets boiled down to, is oh there are too many icons on this map. It's that I don't really like give a shit about most of the things that are of the icons on there. Like you're not giving me good enough reasons to do it, other than like I don't know loot or whatever, which is fine. And like listen, there's a type of person who definitely is just looking for this to be like, I'm going to buy one game and I'm going to play this the entire year. And like if that's you, then like go with God. Like
That must
do
be the
your
scroll.
thing. That's fine. I don't
Here it is.
begrudge you.
Auntie
It's
Matsu's
just
family scroll.
I don't think the story.
I
So
would never have
Ludacris
guessed
asks,
Auntie's family
how's the
was
story so
so
far? I would
powerful.
say pretty
learn their
bland so
secret
far.
techniques.
Like it's listen, war, war never changes, as they say.
War never changed.
I don't think I'm not sold. I will say that I have not played too much as Yasuke yet. Okay, so there's an invisible wall here. Going out loud. Don't try to.
Oh, love a good invisible wall, don't you?
Yeah. I would say that I have not. This is only about like 3.5 hours in. So like, take this with a grain of salt. This is not me saying like, oh, the story sucks. This is not that because I don't have the full context of it. But I will say what I've seen so far has been pretty bland. I think is probably where like it opens relatively well where they introduce Yasuke, and then you're cast into playing as her, which I think that like, she controls well. So she's basically hey, one character is a ninja, one character is a samurai, which is like, sure, you're doing Japan. It makes sense that that's the way you would break it up. That's fine. I think that I maybe enjoy playing the combat as her maybe a little bit more. She definitely has been more like agile and spry. I only played probably I don't know 20 minutes where they let you play as him, maybe 30 minutes where they let you play as him up front. And he seemed like a very standard, a Geralt type, if you will, a very standard, you're a big heavy dude that you use your sword and you stab the motherfucker. So like that, I think that stuff is fine. But I wouldn't say that I'm having like the greatest time. Ludacris says, what other games do you like to play? I just finished like God of War Ragnarok. God of War is a much more competent action game, I think. That like if you if you really love action games, then like those are a much more competent games. These are fine. This is fine. Like there's nothing.
Are you
It's
finished
not
your training?
bad
For today.
I don't think I'm
But
having a
there's so much
bad
more to
time
learn, isn't
doing
there?
it, but I
It
don't
is
think that I'm
only the
having a
beginning.
great time either. Like
We have years.
I think when
left
it comes
to
down
catch
to
you
it is
up
that
on.
like
Are you ready
there
for
are
that?
so many games that I could be
ready.
playing that I feel bad wasting my time playing Assassin's Creed because I'm like, oh, I haven't finished Death Stranding 2. I have so many hours left of Death Stranding 2 that I want to get to. I haven't finished Date Everything. Having a great time with Date Everything. I think Date Everything fucking rules. Like that is a great game, and I have not finished it, and I want to do that. Donkey Kong Bonanza is really, really good. Did you finish it yet, Jared?
I beat the main story last night, and I'm doing. There's like a lot of like, quote unquote, post game content where it's like a new level and like new bananas and older levels and like all sorts of like new things. It's pretty beefy. Every time I go on there though on my Switch, I'm like, oh, Grant's playing Date Everything.
Yeah. It's to be fair, like I there's a lot. I have not gotten close to beating that game. I haven't even met every character. There's over 100. Let me see if I can go down here without killing. There are over 100 characters, and I have met like 70 of them. So there are still a significant amount of characters in Date Everything that I haven't yet to meet, let alone romance. So like there is a lot of stuff going on in that game, and I really enjoy my time. And I probably spent like, I don't know, 12 hours, 15 hours, somewhere around there, and it's good. And it's just being an adult with multiple jobs. I'm working 50, 60 hours a week, and even though one of those jobs is video game related, it is difficult to spend the time to play these games that like I ostensibly want to beat. Like I would like to see Donkey Kong Bonanza through. I would like to see Death Stranding 2 through. Jared, I know that you're like back and forth. Have you touched Death Stranding 1 yet?
No, I have not, but it is installed on my Xbox. Maybe I should bring the Xbox to Montana. Maybe I should do that.
Maybe you should get an Xbox Series S and have that be your.
Well, I would need money for that, Grant.
Well, that's true.
Okay, now before I forget, you said that Assassin's Creed Odyssey was your game of the year in 2018.
Yeah.
Well, I looked up a list of games that were also game of the year contenders, and I have one question for you. Are you kidding me, Grant? Are you serious? Because some of these games on here, man.
Well, what name some?
God of War.
That was like my fourth favorite game.
Ugh.
Like it was.
Celeste.
I have never played Celeste. I'm not really a.
Oh my
I'm not
God.
really a platform person.
Spider-Man.
Spider-Man, I think maybe have been like
Spider-Man.
10. I don't even know. I don't even remember if it made my list. Miles Morales definitely made the list that year. My GOTY list the year that came out. I don't even remember if Spider-Man made my list the year it came out.
Detroit Become Human. That was a joke.
That was on my list. I like that game more than most people.
Oh, okay.
It has listen, it's problematic. Okay.
Let's not get into why.
Well, yes. Well, also,
Red Dead 2?
Ludacris says, Spider-Man nice. I'm currently playing Spider-Man 2. Spider-Man 2 is great. There is a lot of Spider-Man in that game.
Red Dead 2 that came out that year. I don't think that game.
I like Red Dead 2, and Red Dead 2 was on my list. I think that game is probably the best game that Rockstar has ever made.
Red Dead 1 would be the best game they've ever made.
Hello, Zebby Rose. Oh, well, it says baby, so maybe Zebby Rose is a spammer. It's possible that Zebby Rose is a spammer.
All right. Return of the Obra Dinn.
I have booted it and I have played it. I have never beat Obra Dinn.
Obra Dinn's great.
Okay, we're getting some. Oh, did I hit a? Well, you said, "Hey, baby,"
Maybe.
which makes me think like, I'm not saying you are a spammer, but maybe.
Into the Breach and Dead Cells came out that year, which, like, geez Louise, those are 2 all-time indie games, just straight up.
Say those again, Jared.
Dead Cells and Into the Breach,
Uh,
all-time indie games.
I don't think I've played either of those because Dead Cells is like it's a Metroidvania, right?
It's more of a roguelike, platformy action thing. It has some Metroidvania stuff in it, but that's more like permanent upgrades for more little unlockables. But like the runs always reset and the weapons reset and the levels are randomized.
Iluna Chris wants to ask us a question. If it's a cool question, then yes. If it's not a cool question, then no.
Yeah, only cool questions. Dragon Ball Fighter Z.
I don't care about that.
There's a good chunk of games that I would have. Oh, Donut County. Oh,
I was on my list.
The Messenger, Yoku's Island Express. Okay.
I'm having streamer blindness. Okay. So now here's a bunch of gobbledygook that I can't really see in my
Do you want me to pop open the?
Yeah, if you could pop open chat.
All right. Yeah, you play the game. I got you.
Iluna Chris. No, you're trying to get us to give you money. That's a bummer. No, we don't. We're already at business. We already have loads of stuff. Thank you though. Let me open up my objectives. This guy is cute. Okay, so we're having some I think we're done with chat. I think is what I'm getting. Journey. Build a forge with this rock. How do I Can you not do that?
What are you attempting to do?
I'm trying to. Well, so it wants me to build a forge, but I don't have stuff. So that my next thing is like go into the improved hideout and build a forge, but I don't have the resources to build a forge. So I'm trying to go into. I'm trying to go into my whatchamacallit. My the objectives. There's a second objective here I can see. How do I switch? Nope. Also, I think like look how long it takes to switch between tabs. That's miserable.
That's too long.
It's too long.
The rent is too damn high.
It's true. I don't have so you see that there's the 30 and 40. I don't have those yet. But what I want to do is just do a regular quest, and I cannot for the life of me figure out how to do that. So let's look at the map.
You're missing some pretty good ASCII art. There's a Hello Kitty. There's like a ribbon. There's like a heart.
How do I? let's go do this Kiri. If I can figure out how. Yeah, that. I will give it to the people, the person who wanted us to come to art. A lot more effort than most of them. Most of the people who just want,
I feel calm here.
who just say,
I
"Hey,
could practice
give me money."
Kuchikiri and
I will give it to them.
I get a lot of work emails that are like that, or it's just like, buddy, like we write things and the website's free. Like, you are barking up the wrong tree for the kind of stuff, you know.
Yeah.
It's weird.
I wouldn't say that this is that this is I would say that I'm doing a
That's
lot.
why I asked like why you picked this game to stream.
Listen, man, I got
I'm more like curious about that decision than anything.
I have it for a couple of like a week and a half. So like stream it while I got it. I do wish that I had more time to have gotten to a better place in the stream. How far did you get in the game when you?
I want to say like another hour or two after where you are currently, because it was just like I found a new little town and I tried to be stealthy, and then like I didn't really like get much out of it, and it was like, well, I don't want to do this on repeat 50 more times, and like all the main missions were just like slogs, and I was like,
Did you get to play
I'm
more?
not.
Did you get to play more as Yasuke?
No, I think it takes a while before you get to go back to him, but
What a weird
I wasn't.
decision, right? That's weird.
Yeah.
Like, do you find that to be, okay? Jared? Can you kick these people out of the chat, please? Or do you not have? Do I have to go in and do stuff?
I don't think I have that power.
Okay. Now we have to go and kick people out of the Twitch chat.
Can you imagine being a professional streamer? Like, this is your day job?
Kind of is a
No, I mean like you go when you file your taxes. It's like, what do? It's like, I need people to give me money, to moderate chat while I'm streaming Valorant. That's my day job.
And of course, I have a hilariously, I've not thought this through. I have a Firefox extension to make Twitch more functional and not terrible, and that also means I can't get into the regular things. Like you gotta have Aaron do Twitch moderation.
Yeah.
Gotta go to rank up.
What if it was subscriber only chat, but we just never set up a way for people to subscribe, so therefore no one can ever be in our chats?
Okay. Now we can't have anything nice. Okay. Back to
You said that with such sorrow. Now I gotta go back to this shit.
Okay, let's talk to this guy. What does he want?
Sir Sandayu.
Your face has changed. You're no longer a girl, but an Egan shinobi.
I look different already?
It is a way of war. Even at my age, I leave each battle a changed man. You did your part well against Nobukatsu. I have
Dude, if
other
I was
near
playing
people.
this, I'd be
Anything.
skipping through
I
these
am
lines
ready.
so fast.
We lost contact with one of our watchtowers. I want you to check on the Egans posted there.
Are they in trouble?
I do not know. But since the Oda clan has breached our borders, caution is prudent. Go south of the village. Use this to get inside the tower. It is a useful tool to get you to places only shinobi can go. In between shadows.
Had to
Be brave, young Fujibashi.
Okay. Now I have to go back in and
It
ban
is-
even more people.
It is Hydra. You cut off one head, 3 more will pop up in its place.
I think. Why? What is different this time? Why is it like this time? You think it's because we engaged?
I think it's because we engaged.
Fucked up. Or at least I fucked up. How do I get?
I always considered these streams to be more about the video that we get at the end that we can use more than about the
Yeah.
actual experience of streaming
But
live.
Jared, I get it, and we can do. We don't have to stream, but it's like you want, like ultimately you want a community, right?
Yeah, but of like real people,
Sure, no, for sure, that part. I get
real
it.
real human beings. Yeah.
I
It's
think
like that song from the movie Drive. A real human being. Do do do
All
do
right.
do do do.
Up and over.
Gotta investigate the. Oh, 4. Why is the internet gotta suck so bad?
Because people suck real bad. I don't know what to tell you. Now, I find it staggering that we've been playing for, well, you've been playing for a half hour, and I don't think you've killed like, what, maybe one person so far?
There was a fight. There was like 5 people, but not. It was just the one. I was reading a thread. I'm trying. Oh, it was on Reset Era. I was reading a Reset Era thread, and it was people talking about people like how their family misunderstand games, like when they watch them, and
Oh, yeah.
and it was like people kept calling the game like, oh, that's that running game, like, and it was, I don't remember what it was, but it was, you know, it was some third person action game, and it's because you spend so much time walking that they're just like, oh, that's the game where you walk, and it's like, okay, well, like, yeah, you're right, you spend a lot of time walking.
That reminds me, unfortunately, of something that I keep noticing, which is, for example, my mom, whenever she watches a movie, like, has very limited skills and like understanding like what's going on. So there'll be times where it's like a scene will happen and images will be edited together to like
taking over the tower.
to instruct the viewer
need to
that
see what's
something
happening
means something,
inside.
and then she'll turn to me and
I
she'll be
should
like,
use the hook
"Wait,
Momochi
is he trying to
Sandayu
kill
gave me."
kids?" And I'm like, "That's what you took from that?" Like, she just like completely like can't like follow film language in that way. Like, and she will always compare books she reads
Like Momochi
to
Sandayu
any
said,
TV show or movie
in
adaptation
and
by
out
how
of
accurate it
shadows,
was to the
I
book
have
she
to
read.
be quiet.
And there's no other like quality she's looking for other than like pure accuracy. So it's like I tend to think that a lot of people just like don't, you know, it's like they have a hard time parsing like what's going on. So yeah, maybe this game is mostly just wandering around nature.
I mean, it is tough, right? Because it's like, you like a book, and then you do an adaptation of it, and a lot of the time, they're not like especially in like the 80s and 90s, it was really bad time for they're not giving a shit about this. And just being like, I don't know, this is some bullshit. Who gives a shit? Just make whatever. We have this IP. I was hired to make this, and I don't give a shit about the thing, so fuck it. And I understand like why that's annoying, but things obviously like TV or film adaptations need to inherently be different from books or games or whatever, because they're different mediums, and like pacing is different, like the amount of time you get to spend doing stuff. Also in books you get to be inside people's heads, and you can't really be inside people's heads in movies. Like you can, but you typically aren't,
Definitely
because
not
it's
All Oda clan
how do I
achieve-
crouch? Fuck.
That's such a vital thing to do in Assassin's Creed is crouch.
I am trying to remember how to crouch.
How are you going to teabag your opponents?
Nope. I legitimately okay. It's frustratingly it's the square button, which is normally how you attack.
Ugh. Yeah,
in
that's-
video games.
Well, not anymore. Now it's all shoulder buttons.
I hate that shit. Jared, I hate that.
And hey, man, Dark Souls. That's Dark Souls.
What do I got?
But yes, there was a rash of let's adapt Stephen King's It and then just do some weird stuff, or the producer who wanted to keep putting in a giant spider into everything at Warner Brothers,
John-
like when they were trying to make Superman, and then at the end it was like Wild Wild West was when you got a giant
Well,
spider.
it was
for.
also like I was recently Blankies. I was listening to an old Blank Check, and it was about
Yeah.
about some bullshit like where they made a Fantastic Four movie that never got released because it was just to retain the rights. But
Yep.
and it was like they just gave so little of a shit and like were embarrassed by the thing that they just ended up basically being like, oh, well, what if it was not Dr. like Von Doom? What if it was like Van Damme? And it's like you fundamentally misunderstand the thing that you are adapting. They're like,
a
"This is
legendary
corny."
legendary failure.
They're like, this is corny, and it's like, yeah, dude, it's a comic book. What the fuck are you doing? Why are you making this a thing if you don't think that like the corny comic book is worth making?
They ran out of budget for special effects. What an all-time, like, yeah, no wonder they threw it in the garbage.
Well, because it was like $1 million, like it was made with like $1 million. It was like
Yeah.
basically it's as close to like a zero budget thing as possible. I'm gonna die. Hey. So what I needed to do is eavesdrop, but I got seen and I couldn't crouch, and I was hoping that I could kill those motherfuckers, but the answer is no. Well, there's a new Fantastic Four, right?
Like Momochi-san that you
There
said,
sure is, and I have
in
tickets to
and
go
out of
next week.
shadows. I have to
But
be quiet.
Is it dog shit like every other Fantastic?
No, apparently this is the first actually good movie.
Because they keep trying. Well, I got seen again.
Fox did the early 2000s ones, which were bad, but were not like offensively bad.
Right,
They
they're
were just
bad
like,
in like a very straightforward, kind of boring way.
yeah, yeah. And then they tried to reboot it, and that was a disaster on set, which led to the studio chopping it up and taking it away from the director. And his career basically ended. But now that it's back with Marvel, they did a good job, from what I hear.
It's also kind of like they really thought Jessica Alba was going to be the it girl. Like
She was for like a year or so.
it didn't really take.
Didn't really take, no.
She is okay at acting, I would say.
Yeah, she's not Tara Reid.
No, she's not. She's not awful. I'm certainly not saying that
I
she's
can use my
awful
hook
at
to
acting.
take them down.
But I don't think that she's like a great actress.
No, absolutely not.
So it's like, I don't know. Why are you trying to make fetch happen, right?
Why has
Definitely
Hollywood
not
tried to
needed.
do any of the dumb
Oh,
things it's
that
done
clan
over the
Ashigaru.
last 100
I
plus
should
years?
avoid them.
Like I understand
Money.
I understand that she is like conventionally attractive and like good for her. And that I'm
Yes,
not,
Mazel Tov.
and I'm not saying that like having an attractive person be a star or whatever is like a bad idea. It's not. But what I'm saying is like there are what is that, L2? There are attractive people that can act. And like not just can like be okay at acting, but are great actors too. So like what the fuck are we doing?
Well, may I introduce you to
Pedro Pascal.
Gal Gadot?
Oh my god.
Kal-El, no!
It is funny because like she is arguably really good in Wonder Woman because
been here since
Wonder
Nobukatsu's
Woman is not
attack.
supposed to understand anything.
Yeah, it's a real fish out of water, but then when you ask her to do it again in the 80s,
I've not seen the
Ew.
1984.
it's real bad.
Is it real bad? Because what I have heard is that it's
Yeah.
like, oh, kind of disappointing because it's not like that. I saw that, and I do not really watch much comic book stuff. I understand that I'm supposed to be eavesdropping, but I don't know who I'm supposed to be eavesdropping. I'm supposed to crouch behind cover.
Is there not a button to like ping for like your current objective or something?
Oh,
What was that?
well, I just
Over here, guards. But from what I can tell, everyone who's seen it in all the reviews, this new Fantastic Four movie is the first one to actually get it right, and apparently it's very good. And the central conceit is that it is set in an alternate reality where it is retro future 1960s, like straight up from the comics. Like they have Herbie their robot companion, like it's very much like the Incredibles, or it's they defeated not the Underminer but Mole Man, and like they've solved most of society's problems, and it's like they apparently nailed it. It's like, yep, you understood the assignment. Like, good job, Marvel. You finally gave us the correct Fantastic Four.
Jared, am I not crouching behind cover?
I think it wants you to crouch behind certain cover.
But where? Okay.
Boy, Ubisoft, they went to the Rockstar School of mission design.
Okay. So it looks like okay. Now I can see that it wants me to go to a place. So I gotta.
Why haven't a sandbox games like GTA and this just been like, here's your objective, like go kill this guy somewhere, do it however you want, Hitman style. Like, can't you just do that instead of being like, go to these bushes and like listen to this phone call? It's like, that's stupid. That's dumb.
Yeah, I mean it's kind of Assassin's Creed's whole thing from the get-go, right?
But that's the worst part.
So do you not like that first Assassin's Creed game? I not get up there.
No, I like that first Assassin's Creed game, but I don't love it.
I thought that it was so cool because it it was set in the Crusades, and almost
Yeah.
like holy shit, they set a video game in the Crusades that whips so much ass. And so like I feel like I gave it a lot of wiggle room because it was so what an ambitious thing to do. Can I just murk this motherfucker?
Sure, go for it. But like, how much commentary on the Crusades did it have versus like There's an evil cult called the Templars, and they have a magical apple.
Well, I do think that it was. I died. I do think that it was the most interesting that series has ever been on the meta front. Like, 1 and 2 is where it's like kind of interesting on the Desmond capacity. But I think that, like, because they really lose that side of it entirely, where like that it's barely there. Like once they hit like Assassin's Creed Black Flag, the outside shit basically is gone.
When are we getting that Black Flag remake?
Does it need to be remade?
They're apparently doing a remake of Black Flag, but that has been rumored for years.
Well, think how long this game has been rumored. Like, think how long it took from they're gonna make an Assassin's Creed in Japan to this game coming out. It had to be 15 years.
Let me look up. So this is an article from a few weeks ago. Ubisoft and Black Flag star give fans biggest hint at a remake yet. Voice actor said something. Okay. And then this article
killed him.
says
They took
the
our
remake will
tower
be
and
more than a
killed
visual
everyone
upgrade.
here.
New systems mentioned.
I need to tell Momochi-Sandai what happened.
It'll include upgraded gameplay mechanics and elements, not just a visual upgrade. It's built on a new engine.
I don't need
It
that.
could be released as early as November.
I also feel like I like Black Flag less than, even though I think that like I had a pretty good time. I think people wax poetic about Black Flag, and I was like, it was fine.
Yeah, I'm with you. I liked it more than 3, but it didn't.
It's a low bar. That's a really low bar.
I know, but it didn't scream this needed to like have a spin-off called Skull and Bones, because everyone loves ship combat.
I will send you to your ancestors.
Look how fucked this is, Jared. I cannot get out of this. I just need to escape.
Escape.
Have you ever played the Telltale Sam & Max games?
I want to say yes because they're on my Steam account, and I think so.
Because that's something that we should play at some point. I died. I'm gonna finish this.
No, you're opening a
Okay.
door.
I'm gonna finish this opening animation and then die. Just need to. Most of these, I feel like I'm getting stuck in animations a lot more than other Assassin's Creed. Like I feel like
You think they'd figure that out by now, right?
I feel like there are times where like I'm in a thing and I'm just like, get me out of this thing, and it's like no.
It's been nearly 20 years. They should have figured out animations and getting stuck in invisible walls and climbing and...
Yeah, the invisible walls are embarrassing, right?
Hate it.
Like, I'm not saying that there's like never ever a place for an invisible wall, but it was just like, oh, this is a straight line from like where I am to where the icon on the map is, and they're like, no, you can't go here. And it's like, dude. And the crazy thing is that that all they ever sell this game on, or these games on, is like scope and scale. And it's like, look at this, look at this.
But you're in a simulations.
What the?
You're in the
Do
whatever.
you see this? There is a path, and I can't take the path. What the shit, dude? I'm starting to think that this game is not very good.
Yeah, I also have that feeling.
And like, listen, I'm obviously this is not an optimal way to play this game, streaming, and I'm having a conversation while I'm trying to do stuff. Like that's obviously suboptimal. But when I had all of my attention on the game, I also was not having a. Do you see how fucked up that animation is? I mean, I guess it's snow or whatever, so you're slipping. But I'm pressing forward and it's going sideways. I do not know.
Well,
Stranded Oda clan Ashigaru. They
Don't
killed
worry,
the
your
Egan
reward for
station
doing
in
all
the
that
tower.
is
the rats.
talking to another
I
person,
will
and then
send
they
them in there immediately. Do not
inform
worry.
you with
You
whatever
have learned
nonsense they
valuable
have to
shinobi
spout.
lesson today. Subterfuge,
Valuable lesson.
gathering information,
Subterfuge.
Observation is the key to victory.
Matsu's specialty in her younger years. A great warrior, but an even better spy. You will do well.
I do
following
think that
her
one of the
footsteps.
things that
Thank you for your
Origins
work.
and Odyssey got right
Shinobi.
is being like the stealth stuff's not like don't do that. You should be like Cassandra is not a stealthy assassin. Cassandra is like a fucking beast that's there to fuck your shit up with a sword. Or did I lose you?
No, I'm still here.
Okay. I demand you agree that Cassandra is a muscle mommy that will fuck you up with it.
Yes. Oh well, that just goes without saying. I mean, that I didn't even feel the need to
Okay.
verbally go like, yeah, you're right on that, because that's just so obvious and inherent.
I think the game looks good. I don't think it looks
yeah.
like mind blowing, but I think it looks good.
Not one, but two siblings tried to FaceTime me. Guys, I'm working. I'm making fun of Assassin's Creed.
Also, your face isn't even on the stream, so they think that they can get your face.
When will you get
free?
back from the Ikki ceremony?
I do not know. But we will find out together. You.
I don't know why, but it seems like family members have a sixth sense for calling
I'm
you at the
going
worst
to the
time. It's
assembly.
like they
You
know
have been working hard.
when you don't want to be
And
bothered,
you
and they're
are
like,
more
let's
than
call
ready.
now.
I want you to
Jared,
be there.
I
So
convinced.
you won't have to
I
eavesdrop
I
like you
had
did
to work,
when
but I
you were a
convinced
young
my
girl.
parents to
I
try.
always knew you saw me
Severance.
spying.
Well,
They got to the introduction
you are
of
formally
the
invited.
goats,
I will
and
meet
they
you
were
there.
freaked out and stopped.
Take our horse.
Wow.
Because they're so right. I mean, they rightfully immediately clock that this is for sacrificing, which is correct. Which is I also immediately clocked. But it's not like, oh man, you're so smart and media literate. It's like they are heavily telegraphing that these goats are going to be sacrificed.
But you never see it, though.
No. And that's what I told them. That's what I can. Like, I'm like, listen, yes, your read is correct. However, it's fine. No violence is done to them.
So, I introduced my fiance to Severance, and she loved it. And then she tried to convince her parents, so my in-laws, to watch it. And they got a couple episodes in, and they were like, "This show is not for us." We were like, "Why? Like, aren't you invested in the mystery?" And they were just like, "No, we're out. We can't. We don't. This is not for us." And they just went back to their like BritBox, cop mystery thriller thing or whatever.
I will say, watching it and then starting a job in which you go to an office, it really fucks your shit, fucks your shit up.
I can't envision myself ever going into a building to do quote unquote work ever again. it seems like impossible at this point.
Well then, Jared, you better hope and pray that Video Game Town takes off.
To the moon.
To the moon. Going the right direction. Also, I don't want to blow anyone's mind, but mini maps, I think they're good.
Yeah.
Uh-oh. I heard you say something and then you glitched out.
Yeah, helpful.
Yeah, I wish that more games had mini maps, and I feel like we had this, like, it's like the cult of minimalism. I think to some extent it was. Oh, do you see how fucked up that animation was? I think there was like a correction from how messy UIs were getting, and like in fairness, they were getting kind of messy. But then I think they overcorrected by being like, well, you don't want any UI when you're playing the game, right? And it's like, no, fucking what? No, it's useful because now I have to go like modally and switch back and forth between a thing over and over and over again forever, and that sucks ass. Heads-up displays are good, is what I'm getting at.
I kind of miss like the big GTA minimap. But what I noticed was an interesting thing. Our coworker Jack Miller, who I lived with in college, when the Arkham games came out, I would play them normally, and then he would turn on detective mode and stay in it the whole game. And I was like, "What are you doing?" And he was like, this is so I can see all the secrets. I'm like, but like you're staring at I'm like, you're sure? He's like, yeah. And so like sometimes like you give people an inch and they take you for a mile, like gamers will like suck the fun out of anything. They'll just like efficiently grind their way to just like finding the fun out of whatever. So like maybe the reason people give us mini maps is because sometimes you don't want to have to just be like hopping up to the big map to be like, where am I going? What am I? Okay, and then you go back. But they would just have detective vision on 24/7. You know what? You see what I'm getting at?
Yeah, I guess, but like fundamentally, the game doesn't make you do detective mode 24/7. And if it makes Jack happy to do it, what the fuck are you? Oh, this is a whatchamacallit, a raccoon dog.
Oh, it's a Tanuki.
Yeah, Tanuki. I'm really far from it. But I think we're just gonna run the rest of the clock out by literally running on this path until we find something. Have you ever been? You've been to Japan, right?
I've been to Tokyo, yes.
I've never been. It would be nice if one day we were successful on it. Meet for us. I don't want to say. Go somewhere cool, like Tokyo. Jack keeps talking about going to like I don't know, like a convention, and I'm like, I don't really want to go to a convention. Like, I don't really want to
Convention?
Yeah, like PAX or whatever. Like, I don't really want to go to PAX. Like, PAX doesn't really have much for me.
I wouldn't necessarily be opposed, but it'd have to be the right thing in the right place.
What do these do? Oh, I'm gonna have to fight them.
Someone out there.
Like, I don't want to go to Boston for PAX East.
Oh, I definitely don't want to go to fucking Seattle. I mean, I do want to go to Seattle, but not for a convention. I want to go to Seattle for a vacation.
Seattle's gorgeous. I'm going next month.
Right. But for a vacation, not. Oh.
Yeah.
You're not a guy. You're a guy I need to talk to.
Don't
I
be
need to
afraid.
stab to death.
You're safe now.
Wow.
Thank you.
You just stood
Sounds a
right
lady.
back up. What a
Let me
trooper.
repay you. Is there anything you can tell me about this place?
Can you tell? Okay, great. anything you can tell me about this place? Mm-hmm. So hey Jared, do you does playing this game for an hour make you want to play it more?
Hell no.
Does playing this game for an hour make you want to ban more people in Twitch chat?
Yes.
Okay. If you had a good time playing a game that I think was not maybe great, and in fairness to me, I probably could have picked a better place to do a stream, or I picked a better time in the game to do it, but I didn't have more time in the week to play the game.
That's life, man. It happens.
If you enjoyed yourself, we do other things. We have a podcast called Video Game Town Hall. You can find that on Apple Podcasts or Spotify or YouTube or just literally anywhere you find podcasts. We have a website, videogame.town, and then we also are on various social media platforms. Blue Sky, like TikTok, like Instagram, Twitch, obviously, YouTube, obviously, but we're on there, we're doing stuff, having a good time. We're banning people, which is a thing that I didn't think I'd have to do, but here we are.
Breaking out the ban hammer.
Don't spam my chat with ASCII dicks, I guess is the lesson. Jared, what are you doing this weekend?
Spamming people's chats with ASCII dicks. Probably gonna wrap up DK Bonanza. I get back home Monday. I'm gonna try to play way more Tony Hawk and Wu Chang before I go back on the road for 3 more weeks. Maybe I'll need a new Switch 2 game if I'm not gonna schlep the Xbox. So we'll see how that goes.
Date everything.
I'm also gonna be writing a lot about the NFL, so that's incoming.
Writing perhaps too much about the
Yeah. So you can go into Blue Sky and follow me if you want to see all that. We're not necessarily going to use the Video Game Town social media to spam people with NFL nonsense, but
I don't know about that because it is set to automatically post. So I guess we'll see how that goes.
oh, that's right.
We'll see how it goes. But until then,
Okay.
we will talk to you next time. Bye.
Bye bye.